Hey, listen, I gotta go in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Scott Mack, and welcome to the first ever edition of the Power Up Showcase. That's right, my own half hour just to myself. All Mackie Mac's money in his pocket. But I'm telling you, fans, I'm going to bring you the hottest, the livest interviews uncut. And we're going to get deep inside of the minds of some of the greatest PWR superstars of today, tomorrow, and the future. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen, for my first ever guest on this first ever edition of this show. He's the one and only, the longest reigning powerhouse champion in history. Ladies and gentlemen, do I got to keep going? He may be the longest reigning champion with that powerhouse championship run he had in PWR history. He's done it all. Well, he's almost done it all. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but he has pretty much achieved everything. He's Brooklyn, New York's heart and soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him on. The man of the people, Mel Walker. Mel, thank you for joining me live from Brooklyn, New York. The people's champion, or should I say the man of the people, excuse me. I don't want to, mess up any marketing scheme you got going on. Mel, thank you for joining us live from Brooklyn, New York. How are you doing
tonight? Thank you for having me, man. To be the first guest on here I'm very thankful. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, well spoken for the man of the people. Listen, Mel, we're going to get right into this thing. This whole interview, this whole segment, we should say, is just to get deep in the mind for PWR fans to find out exactly how the mind of the man of the people works. So for the next half hour, dig deep with me. Let's go there and let's give the fans what they want. I'm going to start right at the top. A big hot subject in PWR, the new management. How does the man of the people give me an honest assessment? Because I'm going to stay neutral this interview. What is your view of the new management, the future of PWR's front office?
Well, first off, let me say Jay O'Neal is doing a great job. He's bringing the locker room back together. Not to take nothing away from you, but he's doing a way better job. I just have to be honest with you. He's doing wonderful. The whole front office is doing wonderful. I have no complaints.
So you like the new regime? You like where things are headed? You're looking at being honest. We said we're going to be honest with the fans and we're going to give them what they want. You truly believe that PWR is in good hands moving forward, and you honestly believe that. Looking at me, man to man, eye to eye.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll carry on then with the next question. Are there any valuable lessons that you took from your run on top as the powerhouse champion? What valuable lessons did you take from that experience, being on the road, being the champion, kind of having a large portion of that division, the whole division on your back, and a large portion of the company on your back as well? What did you take from that experience, Mel?
If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people need to realize this. A loss is considered a win, no matter how you look at it, because you always got to regroup and you got to make a better version of yourself. Was I a good version of myself when I was powerhouse champion? Who's to say? But I know I'm a greater person of myself now that I'm the man of the people.
Interesting. So if there was for instance, if you had to speak directly to the powerhouse champion, the current powerhouse champion, the Bronx Bomber, fellow New Yorker, what advice will you get to him with his run with that prestigious championship?
Don't take it for granted, because all it takes is one night and 3 seconds.
It's interesting you said that. It leads me to my next question. 3 seconds. You said it only takes 3 seconds for a man's or a woman's life in the professional wrestling ring to change. So my question to you is, you've taken a few tough bumps in the road lately, a few tough defeats lately here on live PWR television. What you talked a little bit about it, but let's go deeper. What do you take from a loss? Obviously, there's physical wear and tear on the body, but what do you take from the mental side? What is your approach to rebuild, regroup, and move forward?
I mean, you pretty much said it yourself. That's all I have to do. Every loss is not a loss. I lost, for instance, I just lost to Chris Lassiter. Any other normal person would be broken behind that. Any normal person would be like, you know what? Maybe I need to just fall back. I'm not built like that. I take it as a learning process. And what I learned from it is to not take people for granted. But I have to give my 125,000%, no matter what I do.
I hate to use the cliche here, Bill, to piggyback off that last answer from you. A Brooklyn state of mind. Is there something that's within you that makes you fight and persevere? Is it something that you get from the environment that you came up in, from experiences you went through? What makes you continue to persevere and drive yourself to get better each and every week out there?
Well, I mean, it goes back to me growing up, even as a kid. Like, I was always the smallest kid or the chunkiest kid, and people tried to pick on me until they realized that I could actually fight. So that's always been my mindset. I'll go against the biggest person in the room. I'll go against the strongest person in the room. Would I win that match? Who knows? But I will tell you this. You are going to walk out remembering the name Mel Walker, no matter how you look at it.
Interesting. Another interesting topic recently in PWR was the vacation, or should I say the vacancy, of the Empower Championship. Dylan Mason shocked many fans by resigning from PWR. What was your initial reaction? Hear me out, Mel. What was your initial reaction to the news? And after thinking about it, after some time to reflect, what is your feeling now, currently today, about the situation surrounding the resignation of Dylan Mason?
My first reaction was I was upset. I was more upset than anything because Dylan was one of my favorite opponents that I like to go against, and we always had great matches and stuff like that. And to see him leave the way he left, at first it left a sour taste, but then I had to think about it. With all the wear and tear, with everything that was going on with the schedule and stuff like that, not a lot of people can handle a PWR schedule.
Mm.
And unfortunately, he was one of them. But I wish him the best in his future endeavors.
Interesting. You talk about endeavors and future endeavors in your career personally. What still drives you today? To be honest, we came into this business quite a few years ago, around the same time, around the same people. Eventually ended up here where we are today. Nonetheless, my question to you is, what keeps Mel Walker, the man of the people, going today in 2025, many years after you started this journey in the wrestling ring?
The respect. That's the best way I could put it. The respect of the fans, the respect of my peers, the respect of the ownership, the respect of outside of this. That keeps me going.
Okay.
And honestly, if I could do it another 5-10 years, I'm gonna do it.
Oh shit.
You all right?
Yeah, next question. When you're relaxing, much like you are in your penthouse suite, beautiful condo, by the way, we saw it online a few weeks ago. When your son comes in, he runs in, he says, "Daddy, I want to be just like you when I grow up. I want to be the man of the people." What is your response? Because now he's getting to the age where he's much more involved. He sees you more on TV. We see the Instagram stories of him getting emotional when you win, when you lose. What is the connection there? And when he tells you, "I want to follow those footsteps, I want to get inside of the ring," what do you say to him?
I tell him, don't be the next version of the man of the people. Be the first version of you.
Mm.
As much as you want to follow behind dad, don't follow behind dad. You make your own path and you be great.
Speaking of being great, what is your definition of great? What is your definition of the man of the people? When you hear fans and you see people with the T-shirts, and you went from honestly being one of the most hated PWR superstars to one of the more beloved currently today, as we speak. So my question to you is, what is that like? What burden is that you're carrying, being the man of the people?
I don't consider it a burden. I consider it more of a blessing, because I could have still went down that path. I chose it wasn't me. That wasn't who the real Mel Walker was. And to show everybody who the real Mel Walker is, and for them to embrace me and be behind me, that's all I could ask for.
Interesting. Many fans want to talk about this, and it's Venom. We know it's something that you're trying to get away from, but we said here that the Power Up Showcase was going to give the fans what they want, give the answers that they were looking for. So my first question to you regarding Venom is, since your departure from the legendary group, many of your critics say you're not the same guy. Maybe you lost it, or you aren't the same without Venom. What do you say to these critics today, right now?
Man of the People merchandise says different. Says way different. So I think I'm doing pretty all right for myself.
What do you how does it feel going from being a part of a legendary group like that to now being on the road by yourself, traveling alone, entering in the arena, exiting the arena by yourself? What is the contrast for you?
Well, before, when I was traveling with the group, a lot of people didn't really like us, so they throw stuff at us and yell out all types of slurs that we're not going to say on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more, people are bringing their kids up to me to sign their pictures and sign their shirts, and I ain't gonna tell you what this one lady made me do.
Wow.
MOP stands for something totally different on that
one. Listen, you so to the critics, let's get an honest answer from you. People say, hey, he's lost a step. He doesn't have the athleticism. He doesn't move the same in the ring. You're on the brink of one of your biggest challenges of your career, excuse me. So what do you say to the people out there who still come out to support you, but also some of them are believing that this could be your swan song? This could be the final chapter of the book of the man of the people, Mel Walker. What do you say to them?
You got to believe. You got to believe. Listen, I'm still that athletic guy. I'm still that guy that could drop you at the drop of a hat. Mm-hmm. I'm just more on a positive level of it. And that's what that's what some of the critics can't get over. They can't get over that hump of, no, but the other guy was so ruthless. Who's to say I'm not ruthless?
Still in there, huh? Still in there. Speaking of Venom, speaking of ruthless, T Money, one of your former comrades in that group we were just talking about, is in the finals, teaming up with, pardon my language, Big Balls Bubba Killings in the finals. Backwood Boys are in the finals of the Lethal Lottery Tournament, and Nappy Boy, well, let's face it, Nappy's doing what Nappy does. We don't have to really go into it. It's all over the sports world what he's been up to. What are your thoughts on the trajectories of both of these individuals who used to be on the road with each and every day, starting with T Money and then moving to Nappy Boy?
T Money, what's to say about T Money that nobody else has said about T Money? T Money is a staple in PWR. Way before Mel Walker came in, way before Venom came, way before the man of the people. T Money was a staple. I have nothing but love and respect for him. It's just like I said before, I felt like I was holding him back because of all the shenanigans and stuff that I wanted to do. And
Any thoughts on the finals of Lethal Lottery? Do you have a personal favorite with T and Team Up with Bubba going against Fuckaverse?
that's tough because I've pretty much faced all
Really
of them.
tough. Mm-hmm.
Fuckaverse, they're a very formidable team.
Yep.
T Money, I know what he's capable of, and I know what Bubba's capable of. If I had to pick, I'm going to pick the right person to win it.
Very politically correct. Maybe I could see a alderman, maybe a shady alderman in your future, some Brooklyn government position. You know, you really know how to say the right things, Mel, when the camera's on. But anyway, listen. I'm going to do a little name recognition. When I say the name of something or someone, the first thing that pops in your mind, I would like for you to share with us. All right? It's pretty easy. We'll start with an example. Scott Mack.
Puppeteer.
Fuck you. All right. How about now that we're in the official part of the segment, try to get through this quick. Chris Lassiter.
Underestimated.
Okay. Legacy. The word legacy.
Queen.
Speaking of Queen, Aaron King.
Overestimated.
Wow. It just first thing that comes to you. Okay. The Oracle of Pain, Joe Mega.
Hall of Fame.
Toa the Narcissist.
Haven't tapped the potential that I know he can get to, which is scary.
Whew. All right. Last but not least, someone we believe and hope in the near future will be your opponent. The world's greatest free agent, the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, Big Hurt.
Laughable.
Okay. Speaking of Big Hurt, you have a huge match, or we're hoping that there'll be a huge match between you and the world's greatest free agent. And you know, Mel, it's not a secret to you that I'm a businessman. It's not a secret to anybody in the universe that Scott Mack does what he wants to do. And right now, Scott Mack Entertainment wants to sign not only a free agent, not only the top free agent, the world's greatest free agent in wrestling history, period, Big Hurt. So I apologize for using my strength and power in this matter and sabotaging your interview to give and meet, I should say, one of the demands of the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, Big Hurt. And may he or may he not agree live here to sign with Scott Mack Entertainment? We're about to find out. Hurt, thank you for joining us live. I can tell by the expression on Mel Walker's face that he doesn't feel like I'm the man of the people right now. I have you here, Hurt, for one reason and one reason only. You know that I want to sign you to Scott Mack Entertainment. You know this very well. My question to you is, you said you know I'm interviewing Mel Walker and you want on the live now. Tell him what you want to tell him, Hurt.
First of all, man of the people, can you hear me clearly?
Talk.
Is there anything you would like to say to me right now? Any words you want to call me? Any acknowledgement you want to give me right now?
You know what? As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, I gotta hear this. Wait a minute.
Say it. Come on, come on.
I've been thinking about this for a very long time.
All right.
And I'm going to do what nobody else would dare do. And I am going to say that I want to give you an emotional support fist. Because if you ever thought in your raggedy ass mind that I was going to sit there and call you something to degrade myself, you lost your damn mind.
You're not degrading yourself. You're upgrading yourself. Do you understand what being my child gets you in this business? I got a child. I got so many children that are going to the Hall of Fame. It's crazy. I got a child who's running the place that can't stop talking about us. I got two kids that are in the finals of the tournament that we're just talking about. And whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you would not be where you are in this business, on this stage, on this day without daddy. And all you got to do is acknowledge it.
Scott, you really put me up to this?
Listen, Mel, listen.
You
I'm
really
going to put Hurt on the spot. I'm sorry, Mel. Hold on 1 second. Hurt. Can we get the deal done? Now, can we get the deal done, please?
Yo, he's got to call. He's got to acknowledge me. He's got to say it. He's got to say it.
Champ, even though you're dressed better than Mel Walker right now, you are clearly in a state of mind of distress and you're upset. Listen, I just want to know if we can get the deal done. Yes or no, please. I did what you.
Yo, I mean, yo, that you know what? I'm telling you what. You're pulling pretty even. You're pulling pretty even with Jay O'Neal because let me tell you something about JTO. Jay made me some very good offers. He said some very good things, and you'll see the rest of that interview during the pay-per-view. You'll see the rest of that negotiation session. You were there for some of it, but after we hung up with you, he presented me.
Hurt,
He
listen.
presented me.
The
Oh,
fans, the
wait.
fans.
I'll let you know. He presented me with a contract. I'm driving around with it. I got it with me right here. But just so you know, I have not signed it. I haven't signed it. I'm
Hurt,
driving
listen.
around with JTO's
Myself,
contract
the
unsigned.
PWR universe, the fans want to know. The fans want to know, will the PWR World Heavyweight Championship be defended against the #1 contender, the man of the people, Mel Walker?
It is very possible that I show up, contract or not, it is very possible that I show up and have a match with somebody who acknowledges me and calls me daddy. That might happen. I might defend the belt against Papu Lele. Who knows? He gotta call me daddy. And
All right,
then
Hurt, thank
we
you
can
for
talk
joining
about it.
us. Hurt, I got to get back to this
Say
interview.
it.
Thank you for joining us. Listen.
Say it.
Oh, he's sick. Mel, I'm sorry. I apologize. Listen.
And this is what I'm talking about. I am so sick of people coming in to a place that I love. And because they don't get their way, they want to leave and go to greater pastures. Yes, I am the man of the people, but I'm trying to save this place. Y'all don't want this place saved because you got idiots like this coming in here making outrageous demands. That's the kind of champ you want? Or do you want someone that cares about this place? Want someone that wants this place to succeed? You tell me what you want.
What I want is to see Mel Walker in a PWR ring, one-on-one, with the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, Big Hurt, at the next pay-per-view so that wrestling fans get what they truly deserve. Mel, that's what I want. So that's why I'm trying to make a deal with Big Hurt. So you have to forgive me. But in all due respect, this is your time. This is your platform. So before we go off the air with the first ever edition of the Power Up Showcase, Mel, I'm going to give you the stage, and whatever message you want to relay to anybody out there, whether it's Big Hurt, whether it's your son, whether it's the PWR universe, now is your time.
To my children, I just want y'all to know I will never sit there and degrade myself. I will never sit there and have y'all ashamed to say who I am to y'all. You know, it's crazy that this hurt got me so discombobulated right now. I can't even say the word. But this is the person you want to carry this company. JTO, I hope you're listening. I've always given you credit and I've always given you respect. If this guy does not want to defend this company, then he needs to go right with Dylan went.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Scott Mack. He is the man of the people. We'll see us on the next episode of the Power Up Showcase.